Welcome to Soft Recap. Today we're going to recap a 2024 action thriller movie, Elevation, by Anthony Mackie as Will and Morena Baccarin as Nina. The movie is about post-apocalyptic survivors who get refugee in the mountains to hide from monsters that can't live beyond 8,000 feet. The movie starts with a young boy named Hunter, moving alone in the woods. He goes to the higher ground to have a clear view of the neighborhood town. Suddenly, Hunter hears a mischievous sound. He runs back and manages to cross the perimeter line before he's caught by the monster. Reaching home at Lost Gulch Refuge, a home for 193 people, Hunter is questioned by his father, Will, why he risked to go out of the line. He tells him that he just wanted to see other people, and he had told him that most of the monsters are sleeping again. Will gets concerned about his health. What if his lungs ceases down as he is running away? Hunter apologizes to him. He tells him he can't risk to lose him. Will joins Katie hunting and shares to her what had happened. Katie tells her that Hunter is the only kid in the town, making him lonely, and the mountaintop is like a prison to him. Hunter tells her that he did not just go there to see other people, but to see the spot where he last saw his mother. Back in the town, Nina tests the new bullets on the monster's gill, which failed to penetrate through. At night, Will gets a flashback convincing his wife not to go with Nina on such a suicide mission, affirming her that it was not his job to save the world. Hunter gets sick. Will runs to change his oxygen bottles, which help him breathe. Noticing that Hunter's medications was getting finished, Will goes to the map, checks the safe route to Boulder Hospital to get more supplies. In the morning, Will takes Hunter fishing. He later goes to the shop and gets a Mackhine cheese for his birthday. While preparing dinner, Hunter asks him why they no longer use the radio anymore. Will tells him that they now use fire to communicate to other refugees to save enough electricity for his breathing machine. Will explains to him he's going to leave for a while to get him more filters before he gets sick again. In the evening of Friday night, Katie joins him with a drink. She asks him if this was before what he would be doing. He responded that he would be having good time with his father-in-law. At night, Hunter gets sick again. Will gives him an injection to calm him down. He then goes to Nina and tells her he will leave tomorrow for Boulder Hospital to get new breathing filters for his son. He assures her that he found a safe road to Boulder, but she doesn't believe him, telling him there is no safe way because she had memorized all routes to Boulder. Will tells her Hunter's filter machine was down, he needed more supplies, and if he doesn't go, Hunter dies. He asks her help because she is the only one who fought the monsters and survived. Nina replies that her survival was just luck, not strategy. She can't survive several encounters of the monsters. Will reminds her that she studied the monsters for years, and that would help him. He assures her she can find a way to kill them if she gets back to her old lab. That's why his wife Tara went with her even though she got killed. Will tells her that they're going to use the old mine route to Boulder. Nina reminds him that they can't go below the line, even if it's twice, because it's a death trap for desperate people. He confirms to her that she owe him much for Tara and then leaves. Nina tells him Boulder is 2,000 feet below the line. Even if he makes it to the town, they will be there waiting for him. As she fixes the compass, Nina gets a flashback of how Tara died and breaks into tears. That same night, Will asks his neighbor to take care of Hunter because he had only 4 days to live. He then goes to the gun store and purchases some weapons. Katie comes in telling him that she is going with him because he couldn't let him get out alone to get killed like his wife. Nina mocks Katie that they don't need her help at all. Much more, she didn't know how monsters devoured people's bodies in seconds. Will says goodbye to Hunter and promises him to come back soon. Hunter mentions that his mom said the same thing, but never came back. They start the journey to Boulder. Nina mocks Katie, calling her a burden with any experience. Reaching Elba Fire Road, Katie asks Nina, the expert, why the monster can't go above 8,000 feet. Nina uses the compass to confirm that there is no monsters around. They then cross the marked line. They search the dump cars for supplies and get some military flares and a machine gun grenade launcher that Katie connects to his weapon. Nina discovers a Reaper scale. She tries to analyze it, that Katie rushes her to go, which sparks a serious argument between them, claiming they don't need her in a way. Nina mocks Katie for trying to clap his best friend's husband. Katie gets angry and grabs her, reminding her that she killed her best friend Tara, leading to exchange of blows. Will comes in and separates them. They continue moving and find a park of horses in the forest. Finally, they manage to reach the Alta Vista ski area. Will tells them that they have to walk to the top of the mountain, which is 8,000 feet, to be safe. Nina's campus indicates that there is a monster nearby. They could not manage to reach there. Suddenly, they hear a strange sound down the forest. Nina says they can't make it to the line. Instead, they should run to the lift. Will runs up to fix the backup generator as the ladles cover him in all angles. Katie sees the monster for fast time ever. She shoots several grenades towards it, but the Reaper continues to come at a terrible speed. Nina puts on the switch and gets on automated chair. Will gets on board and immediately opens fire towards the Reaper as it gets closer to Katie. Katie climbs the cable tower to join the trio on the cable chair. The Reaper jumps and grabs the cables, shacking them, trying to get them down. In panic, Katie finally jumps from the tower, but unfortunately, she misses the right position of the chair. Will catches her in the air. She begs him not to let her down. Nina runs out of bullets as the Reaper approaches. They manage to reach 8,000 feet, but unfortunately the cable breaks, putting them down. Immediately, they start running towards the line and finally manages to cross before the monster catches them. They spent the night at Resort Lodging, which is 8,209 feet. Katie says that the grenades did nothing to stop the Reaper. Will suggests that might be Reaper's a judgment for mankind's sins for eating God's apple and misusing the knowledge he gave us. Nina tells the monsters wiped out 95% of the world population without stopping to eat or sleep. That predators kill to eat, but Reapers kill humans just for fun and don't kill other animals. Wondering maybe they were sent to wipe out humankind. Will gets a flashback of the last conversation he had with his wife Tara. She trusted Nina's abilities and skills to eliminate the Reapers. The following morning, they reach the abandoned Calway mine field where Will used to work. Will tells them that they were on level 9. Both tunnel ends are above 8,000 feet, but unfortunately the lower sides do go below the safety line. Nina questions him whether all the tunnels are perfectly straight and don't go below the line because Reapers come from underground and can see in the dark. Without any options, Nina and Katie follow Will down the tunnel using flashlights on the mine helmets. Nina's compass loses signal and stops tracking the Reapers. They continue to walk down the dark tunnels. Unfortunately, they find the main exit sealed, getting confused on the next step out. Will suggest to push down to level 7, which was 1,000 yards distance. On the way, they get scared of owls, making Katie so scared and ponder about her death. Nina feels a strange sound. They all cover their lights, but unfortunately, they get noticed by the monster. They start running while screaming. Katie shoots a grenade followed by numerous shootings, but the bullet could not help much. They run into the wall, which had a dead end no way through. The Reaper sends its tail inside, making them not to breathe. Will distracts it with a flare. Suddenly, with the help of the flare, Katie notices a way out. They run and remove some rocks, and Katie moves out fast. Katie lands into a Reaper that stabs her its tail in the chest and pushes her against the wall. Will tries to save her, but the monster pulls her away on his watch. Nina notices a ladder, making them move out faster before the Reaper comes back. Fortunately, they manage to reach the exit. Reaching out, Nina declares revenge for the death of Katie. They spend the night in an abandoned house, which was fully stocked with macaroni and cheese. Will tells Nina that in the past, he used to stock a lot of macaroni and cheese because it was Hunter's favorite meal. Will tells Nina that he doesn't hate her for the death of his wife and asks her what is in her old lab. Nina replies, air glass and magnesium oxide and other chemicals that could help to make a bullet that could penetrate the Reaper's gill and kill them. She tells her that the Reaper's scales are electrically charged and the right bullet can lead to internal combustion, which Will takes as an illusion, complaining that his wife didn't die for a right cause. The following morning, they use the truck to Boulder Hospital. They break inside, trying to find the filters. Nina tells him to be fast because the Reaper is getting closer. Will packs the filters and runs for exit. On the way out, the monster breaks the wall and grabs Will with its tail. Nina grabs a fire horse axe and cuts it. The monster then let go of Will. Nina opens the gas cylinders, and they both run to the next room. Will takes position focusing on oxygen tanks. He waits for the monster to come for him, and then shoots the oxygen tanks, which leads to explosion, causing the Reaper to be pushed out through the window. The Reaper remains static on the ground, making them confused whether it's dead or alive. Nina asks him for help to escort her to former lab. Might be she could get a permanent solution for the Reapers. They move to Boulder National Laboratories with a level of 5,867 feet, which is Nina's former lab. She tells him that they were still safe because there was nothing on the tracker, that she's going to need 5 minutes to get done. She starts mixing different chemical samples while Will keeps on watch. He lands on the picture of Nina with her family. He approaches and tells her that he never knew she had a family, and she never said a word about it. Nina tells him that she was at the lab when it happened. It was a Saturday, and her team was almost near the break through when the world ended. Her son Billy had a soccer game, which she never attended. As she cries, she admits that her husband was troubled for 2 weeks, and she was tired of being a mom. He could have held his son in her arms for last time. She also admits that she should have not encouraged Tara to join her, because she was wrong with false confidence. Will comforts her that he only blames her because it's easier than blaming himself. He knew that Tara was still going to go even though he would try to stop her. Nevertheless, neither of them should be blamed for her death. Nina then tests her new bullets on the Reaper's gill, but they fail to break it. She advises Will to go back home and saves his son, who is running out of time. For her, she's going to stay to try other things until samples work out. She promises him that the car is right outside. If she gets it right, she will be just behind him, and there is no point of him dying there with her. Will leaves in the truck. Nina tries more samples of the bullets, but nothing seemed working. Her tracker notices a Reaper, but she fails to recognize because she was so overtaken by bullet experiments. Nina gets the idea to mix certain chemicals together. She takes rapid moves mixing them all together, loads the gun, and shoots the attacking Reaper. The scene then changes to Will getting a flat tire leading to car accident. He becomes unconscious, but later gets out of the truck hearing weird sounds of the monsters. He runs into the forest as the monsters chases him. He climbs the hill to reach the safe zone. As he approaches the line, the Reaper appears in front of him. More monsters come in all directions. He opens up fire to the one in front of the line, but all seem not helping. Desperate, Will gives in for death. Suddenly Nina appears and shoots the Reapers with her new discovered bullets. A mysterious explosion full of smoke appears as a result of electrical charge. Nina manages to wipe out all the monsters in seconds using few bullets. Will gets surprised with what was happening. Will gets to know that all along the Reapers were machines. She tells him that they hunt humans, but they don't eat them. They don't sleep, they don't breathe, and they don't go above 8,000 feet, just programmed creatures. They return to the refugees' camp as heroes. They then announce radio signals to other communities. Nina learns more of the Reapers and makes more bullets labeling them with Katie's name. The remaining refugees, headed by Will and Nina, then wage a wide hunt of the Reapers in the All Valley. Explosions appear all around. Thanks for watching.